How much did they buy Omar Mamouche?
The transfer fee is undisclosed.
It's
as
undisclosed
we speak.
yet. Okay.
But I think the full details will come. It should be nothing in excess of 65 million pounds.
Already there are 322 million pounds already.
Yeah.
In terms of purchases made this transfer window. Talking about Tottenham Hotspur.
Tottenham Hotspur, yeah.
Okay. So now if let's say even it's 58 or 60,
yeah,
it means that they are hitting about 380
million pounds.
Or million pounds.
Yeah.
Wow. In one transfer season.
Window.
One transfer window, yeah. Wow. Tottenham. Did they have that much?
Well, like I said,
will they not be heading towards the financial fair play, the FPP? I know they know what they are doing. I know their books might be very correct, but 380 getting to for one transfer window.
You know, because of the squad cost ratio rules in the Premier League these days, I agree with you when you have concerns about whether they're going to be able to balance their books.
Yeah.
But when you look at their financial situation over the last few years, after they built the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, they have made a lot.
Daniel Levy left them a lot of money.
Yeah, they've made a lot. So you look at how much they have available to spend. I think it's fair enough to say they have some money available for that purpose. Okay. Again, you don't forget that the Lewis family, they have made sure that they are empowering Roberto De Zerbi.
Okay.
Because now the stake of 24.5 or 24.9% that Daniel Levy had in Tottenham Hotspur has been taken away from him. He sold it.
Yeah.
So the Lewis family are now more in charge.
They are in control.
They're in control.
Okay.
And they are giving De Zerbi the authority to do what he's doing.
Hey, so now they've signed about 8 new players, right?
Yeah.
Just for this window. Now, how many have left? Or are we going to see many of them leaving within now and the 1st of September?
So
between now and the 1st of September.
We have Jet Spence. He completed his move from Tottenham Hotspur to Inter Milan. That was about 35 million euros.
And then their captain,
we had Kuti Romero. He also moved for something around 45 million euros. We are going to see possibly a couple of departures.
Like Richarlison?
He could be one. Because there are reports that if Bradley Barcola manages to move to Liverpool, there's a possibility that Cody Gakpo will be chased by Tottenham Hotspur and they would look to bring him into their team. And I'm pretty sure that Roberto De Zerbi has a plan.
Will Solanke stay or he also be going?
So Solanke may be second fiddle because Cody Gakpo may be converted into a centre forward.
But for Cody Gakpo, I thought I also heard something about Man City as well.
Yeah, so those two, there's going to be a tug of war between those two teams.
Anyway, let's go for the foreign wrap. Let's come back. We are going to continue with the discussions here. We are going to check out what they made on Nicholas Jackson, what they made on Chaloba, what they've made on the others, and see whether indeed Chelsea are doing any good business. Anyway, good afternoon once again, Joshua.
Yeah, Dela, good afternoon.
Okay, so we spoke about Omar Mamouche already. So he's now a Tottenham Spurs player.
Yes.
Now let's get to the camp of Chelsea. They might be going in for Emiliano Martinez.
Yeah.
Because Robert Sanchez is still not giving out his best when he's in the post here.
You see, when it has to do with this particular conversation, Chelsea fans and Chelsea faithfuls are torn in two.
Okay.
Now, it's very simple. You look at the performance that Robert Sanchez put up against Fulham. It was very clear that with that kind of performance, we may not be able to compete.
All right.
Look at Robert Sanchez very carefully. When you look at his statistics, he appears as one of the goalkeepers that is even a standout goalkeeper, even in the whole Premier League. But he has a couple of mistakes that he does. And because of that, you look at it in totality. You don't think that he helps Chelsea to be competitive. So, Xabi Alonso earlier on was asked about this. And you know what he said? He said he doesn't think that Chelsea needs a goalkeeper. He thinks Robert Sanchez is okay. But after what happened over the weekend, on Monday, I don't think that
against Fulham,
I don't think Xabi Alonso himself will be happy. So now what's happening at Chelsea is that there's a dilemma. Do we go for a new goalkeeper or do we trust Mike Penders, who is number 2? Who is on the bench, 21 years of age. He kept at Strasbourg last season in the French League 1.
Oh, there's the English Premier League we're talking about.
You get the point. Yeah. So the conversation is very nuanced because will you throw in a 21-year-old who is not Premier League proven, and if he makes a mistake, then pushes you to the wall and go into the market to get a goalkeeper? That is why I'm saying that, look, if I were Xabi Alonso or I was part of the board or I was part of the sporting directors, I'm putting in my voice and saying that let's go into the market. We were earlier linked with Diogo Costa of FC Porto. And there was a possibility that we're going to get him.
And what happened?
Chelsea were reportedly set to trigger that 65 million euros release clause on him. But eventually they decided to back off. Decided not to go for him. But as we speak, Emiliano Martinez is the one who is in question to come in and slot into that goalpost and give Chelsea some good, solidity in terms of the goalkeeping.
Would he be a better option?
Look, Dela, if you ask me, I think he's a better option in terms of improvement, slightly above Robert Sanchez. This is a goalkeeper who has won the FIFA World Cup with Argentina. And you need a character who is bold enough to be in the goalpost when the fans behind him are hooting at him, are making insinuations, casting insinuations. You need that goalkeeper who can stand his ground and can also give you that sweeping ability. Because that is what Xabi Alonso wants. Not just a good shot stopper, but somebody who can also sweep very well. You can get both of those attributes in Emiliano Martinez.
Okay.
But you see, this is the thing. Chelsea right now, I also look at it from the angle that when you look at Mike Penders, he reminds me so much of Peter Cech. When Mourinho signed Peter Cech in 2005, and Peter Cech was just 22 years old, and Mourinho was able to trust him over Carlo Cudicini, who had done so well at Chelsea Football Club under Claudio Ranieri.
Yeah.
So these are the kind of nuanced conversations. Chelsea want to do something special this season, but can they take the risk? Because as we speak right now, it's just going to be a risk. Either you want to put Mike Penders in goal and trust him enough and give him that confidence to be there, or you go into the market, you go for Emiliano Martinez from Aston Villa, who is a Premier League proven goalkeeper, to come and help.
But I think if they're going for Martinez, I don't see it as a risk. They know the experience and his capabilities in the English Premier League, and even as he said, he's been to 2 World Cup finals, and so he comes with a wealth of experience. And I'm sure.
But lastly, right?
Yeah,
he's 33 years old.
Sure, he's a goalkeeper,
but he cannot keep for long at Chelsea Football Club. That's the thing. So if for anything at all, he may keep for just one season. But during that one season,
2 or 3 at the top.
Well, but you see, the long-term idea for Chelsea and for Mike Penders is that they will allow him to be in the post. So if that's the case, then Emiliano Martinez can be there for 1 full season or 2. Let Mike Penders get the experience from him. Let him be coached very well by Martinez. Then by the time he is bowing out, Penders is ready to keep.
All right, so now let's look at the market and let's look at what business Chelsea have been able to do this time around.
Look, I think since the Blueco Consortium came and took over Chelsea Football Club, one thing that they have done that would always be on the lips of Chelsea faithfuls is that they have sold their players really well. So somebody is asking me, so yesterday I got a couple of comments. People were asking me, how did Chelsea manage to sell Liam Delap, who came in, scored only 2 goals for Chelsea Football Club for £45 million fixed fee and a potential $5 million in add-ons? This is the scoop. Chelsea are very smart. So they bought him for £35 million from Ipswich. That's number one. Yeah. Number 2 is that when they tried to sell him, they decided to go for a manager or speak to a club who would have interest in the kind of profile he has. So they go and talk to Oliver Glasner at Nottingham Forest. And Glasner is on record to have said that, you know what, this is a player who I can give some time to develop. So Tim Sherwood was speaking about this transfer and he said that maybe Chelsea Football Club was not the team that Liam Delap should have joined. The progression instantly from Ipswich to Chelsea, the pressure was too high. So he comes in, he goes to wear number 9, and he's not able to deliver. The pressure is on him.
Okay.
So it's very difficult for him to survive. But now that he's going to Nottingham Forest, Oliver Glasner is ready to work with him, give him the chance, the space, the allowance to make mistakes, and still trust him enough to put him and give him minutes in games. And that is how they've gone in. And I don't think Evangelos Marinakis would say no to Oliver Glasner. Because Oliver Glasner right now is the manager. And they trust him a lot. If he puts his word.
Games anyway, so we'll wait to see what's going to happen subsequently.
And so that is why he needs to make signings.
Okay, so let's look at the money that Chelsea have made from the transfers so far.
We've sold Trevor Chalobah to FC Como
in
Italy for £30 million.
Okay.
And Chalobah was a graduate.
He was coming from your
academy.
Okay,
so 30 million in the back.
30.
Good.
Free.
Alejandro Garnacho signed for Chelsea, I think for 40 million.
Okay.
We managed to ship him out to Aston Villa. It's an initial loan deal with a sell-on clause. So I think it was an obligation to buy rather. £40 million. Okay. So we are not going to lose over there.
Okay.
Then look at Liam Delap. Bought him for 35. We are selling him now for £45 million fixed fee and a $5 million add-ons.
Means that you've made 15 million profit.
Over there.
Okay.
Look at Nicholas Jackson. We bought him for £30 million. Chelsea today is selling him to Aston Villa for £65 million. And his case study is very similar to Liam Delap. Because he's going back to Aston Villa to work under Unai Emery, whom he worked for when he was at Villarreal.
So you made how much profit in there? 30?
So that's close to about 20 to 30 million over there. Then you look at Andre Santos. Chelsea bought him for I think £18 million from Vasco da Gama, in Brazil. Now we are selling him for £50 million to Manchester United.
So put together, how much did you spend and how much are you getting from them together?
For the calculation, I may not get it for you now, but when you look at the graphic that I showed to you, all of these players that I've mentioned, they joined Chelsea for £115 million put together. But 115 million pounds. But when you combine how much they've been sold for, it's in excess of £238 million.
Aye, okay, so it's 28 minutes after 3 here on your superstation, Love 99.5 FM. And so Chelsea making some good business on the transfer market. Well, we'll wait to see. A few days more to go. Today is the 27th, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got some 4 days more to go to the end of the month.